Hello, OES stars. It's so good to welcome you today to Miss Wallace's Art Studio. Today we are going to use this worksheet to learn how to draw fish using circles. Hopefully your teacher put this in your packet. If you did not get one of these sheets, don't worry about it. Just get one sheet of paper and a pencil and follow along with the instructions today, and you should be able to do the exact same drawing that we'll be doing today with this worksheet. We're going to start off by practicing drawing circles. Now you might be like, why do I need to practice? You know what? Athletes practice all the time. And then when they get ready to do what they have to do on the field, they're ready to go. So if you practice first, then when we get ready to draw our fish, your circles are going to be wonderful. Now I want you to grab what you're going to draw with. Either use a pencil, a crayon, a marker, anything you like, and we're going to start practicing our circles. My first circle didn't turn out very well, did it? But that's okay, I'm practicing. The next circle, I went a little slower, and that helped to get it just the right shape. Moved a little faster, practicing. And my last one, it's a little lumpy. But that's okay, you know what? Because with art, it doesn't have to be perfect. Every little imperfection makes it special. Now you practice. All right, first things first, we want to draw the circle. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is we're going to put the fishy lips on it. So it's just like that, little fishy lips. Step number 3, we're going to put the eye. So it's a smaller circle. You may not have anything that you can use to trace that's small. But you know what? You can freehand this. You got this. It's a circle. And then it's a smaller circle inside that. And then there's even a smaller circle inside that. And you're going to color inside the part of his eye that's black. There we go. There's our eye. So that's step number 3. Step number 4, we're going to draw his fin. So we're going to go half moon circle. So that's just making the part of his body that is his gill. And then we're going to put his fin. His fin. Just like that. Your turn. All right, step number 5 is we're going to put his other 2 fins, one on the top and one on the bottom. And these are kind of wavy looking fins. So let's see. Let's start here where this line is, and we're going to go boop, 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 There's his top fin. And then we're going to go boop, boop, boop. And there's his bottom fin. All right, step number 6 is put on the tail. Now the tail is, it's got a point on the back end of it. So I'm going to start back there. And it goes up and over. Back to this point, up and over. There is our fish. Now we can go in and color him. We can make more friends for him and have lots of little fishies. Your turn. All right, we're going to go back through the steps to get the fish ready to go, and then we'll put the different fins on him. All right, so step 1 is our circle. Step 2 is the fishy lips. So let's make some fishy lips. There we go. There's his lips. And let's do his eye. So there's going to be a circle. And another circle. And another circle. And then we're going to color in the black part of his eye. There we go. There's his eye. That's step number 3. Step number 4 is that we're going to put his gills and his inside fin. And so his gill is just a half circle. Just a half circle, very simple. And then now we're going to put his fin on the inside. So his fin kind of goes up and then down a little bit and then back over here. There's his inside fin. Your turn. Now is where we do the different fins for the top and for the bottom. These are more pointy instead of bumpy. So let's see, our fin on the top, we're going to start here. And we're going to go up and then back down. So it's kind of pointy, almost like a shark. And then we're going to do our bottom fin, same thing. We're going to go in this direction. And then back. Oh, he's got some cool fins. And now his tail is going to be a little bit different from this other guy's tail. This one is going to be more like a half moon. So what we're going to do is, let's see, let's do it like this. Let's make a half moon or a half circle, and then we're going to connect his tail. Boop. Boop. Look at that fish, isn't he cute? All right, now you have 2 different kinds of fish, and you can color these guys any way you like. Your turn. Now you can color your fish any color you like. Something that I wanted to talk today about while we were coloring is about our OES theme this year. We are doing Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and our main theme is believe that there is good in the world and be the good. Be the good is talking about being a good person in your neighborhood. And so I also wanted to talk about, what exactly is a neighbor, because, we want to make sure we know what our theme is all about. So our neighbors can be anything from the people that live next door to us, or the people that live down the road, or somebody that lives right across the street. Of course, those are our neighbors. But I wanted to take it a little farther, a little deeper, and talk about our neighbors being people who we know at school. Did you know that people at our school are our neighbors too? The person in your class who sits next to you at your table or next to you at your desk. They could be your neighbor. And your teachers are your neighbors. Did you know that? They are. They are. And so now that we know who our neighbors are, and we want to be the good in the neighborhood, let's talk a little bit about what does that mean, being the good in the neighborhood. Being the good in the neighborhood means treating each other fairly, treating each other nice, being kind to each other. That's how we want to be good neighbors, don't we? We do. So how do we decide who our neighbor is that we're going to treat well? Well, are we going to let this be our determining factor? Or are we going to determine what's inside here? What's inside our hearts is what we want to use as our determining factor of how we're going to treat people. If someone's being nice to you, of course you're going to be nice to them. But you want to give that love out to other people. You don't want to let anything that's different about them to keep you from treating them well, or treating them nicely, for being kind. I've got my 2 fish done, so here's one fish, and here's my other, there's my other fishy. They're really different, aren't they? This one's got the pointy fins, and this one's got the loopy fins, and they're different colors. And they're different in a lot of ways, aren't they? But are they going to be nice and friendly to each other? Of course they are. You want to know why? Because they're neighbors. Now we're done with our fish. They're all colored and ready to go, and they're swimming. They're swimming. I hope you enjoyed learning how to draw fish out of circles. And you know the importance of practicing drawing. When you draw your shapes and you're practicing them, you're building skills that you can use in the future. So when you need to draw a circle, you don't necessarily have to have the cup to trace, but you can just draw it by freehand. So lots of practicing would be a good idea so that you can draw in the future. I'm so glad that you joined me today. We'll see you next week. I hope that you enjoyed doing this project with me today. If you did, hit the like button on this video and be sure to subscribe for future content to Teacher Wallace on YouTube.